Well, hello, Action Round Zero watchers, and welcome to special coverage of the All-Star Games from ITSL. We are covering the first of 5 broadcasts that are going to cover all of the All-Star Games. You're going to have one each day this week. The way that the All-Star lineups were chosen, just so you understand, there are 7 players in each lineup. The top 3 records of each conference were chosen, and the person with the highest record was then made team captain, and they got to choose 2 other players. And then the last 2 spots were voted on by all players of that conference. So the lineups for your 2 conferences are, for Tenerife, and I'm going to apologize now, I'm just going to read these names, probably incorrectly. We have Urfe Yue as the team captain, followed by Marin Kromheke, Weiran Ji, Tomas Stichik, Anton Scott, Katsiaryna, Makouskaya, and Harib Flores. And then in the Seattle Conference, near and dear to my heart as a resident of the city of Seattle, we have B.H. Jew as the team captain, followed by Tomas Tvaroh, who actually lives in Seattle, like me. We have Ryan Pindulik, Matthew Latendresse, sorry Matthew, Michael Stryker, Jeremy Andrews, and Justin Abramson. Tonight, or today, this morning, wherever you are and whatever time it is, we're going to have a double header for you. We're going to see 2 games. The first game we're going to see is between Jeremy Anders, who's playing the U.S., and Katsiaryna Makouskaya, who's playing as the USSR. We're going to be watching from her side. I'm Casey Alexander, not an all-star, but I'm joined by an all-star, none other than Michael Stryker. Michael, how are you doing tonight?
I am doing fantastic, Casey, and I am just very grateful that you got the job of pronouncing those names and not me.
Well, okay, cool. Mike, can I ask? I don't want to know the result, but have you played your All Star game yet?
I have played my game.
Okay, fantastic. Well, I look forward to seeing that later this week. I'm sure commentated by one of our many great people in the ARZ staff. Okay, well, I'm going to start this first game, and then we have another game coming up after this. So, everybody, let's lock in and see what happens in game one. All right. So, here we go. Oh, and we have both hands tonight. I didn't even know that. Um, so, look at these hands. What do you think, Mike?
So we're looking at it from Katsiaryna's
Yeah, we're
perspective, I
looking at the
believe,
USSR
with the
hand.
Soviet.
Yeah, we have the Soviet hand downstairs, but then up there we see the U.S. hand.
Yeah, looks like a really good hand. Just counting ops. What is that? 8, 10, 17, 20. So 21 ops. A normal turn on a hand is like 17, 18 ops. So
Yeah,
it's a good hand, good ops. You've got a good headline with socialist government.
great headline.
Um, yeah,
Oh,
so, I'm surprised. She's setting up
doing
4-5.
a four
That's a good
five.
setup.
Oh, wait. Oh, we taking it back. Oh, this makes me excited because I want to try the 4-5 soon. What do we think
Yeah,
about
I
the?
wouldn't do a 4-5 here.
Yeah, well,
I,
so.
I would,
Oh,
the
uh-oh.
socialist government's your headline because you want to follow it up with a good.
Yeah. Everything you just said, I think we got on the video, but you broke up a little bit. And I'm going to reiterate that what Mike said is with socialist governments, you're going to follow it up with a coup on Italy, so you got to be down in adjacent to Italy. Um, okay, so we see a CIA versus socialist government's headline. Um, hmm. Okay, and then we're just going to see a coup. What? Well, actually, the CIA makes it so that you can't coup Italy, huh? Doesn't it?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that was a good selection by Jeremy. He's got a tough hand.
I suppose so. I'd rather have D Stall and Vietnam in hand, of course. But you're right, it's lower ops. Nice to get the war, but not a better headline than CIA.
But he should be okay in Europe. Um,
Yeah.
he's got Truman to back him up in Europe, so he's going to need the coup so that he doesn't get couped in Italy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're going to see a coup of probably either Iraq or North Korea. What would you do? Iraq? I mean, it's basically a
Yeah, Iraq,
meaningless
you could
coup.
get lucky and knock him out.
Right. Yeah, that's true. North Korea, you could get
You get
lucky
lucky
and
in North Korea,
knock him down to two, but with Iraq, that'd be huge.
right? That would be nice.
Yeah. Okay. So we're waiting on this coup, and in the meantime, if you're uh, are you gonna go back with a big coup on? It looks like we're gonna place influence. Would you coup Iran here?
No,
Or
I'd go into West Germany.
oh, okay.
I would at least put an op in West Germany to threaten it. I don't know. It's interesting. Yeah, he chose to go with the 4 op. I guess just scared that maybe Jeremy has Warsaw, so she wanted to get that out of her hand before it became active.
Yeah, okay. I don't. I do think about NATO, of course, but I think I probably would have held the four and maybe gone with a special relationship or. Oh wait, maybe not that. I'm sorry, thinking about the wrong side. Korean War. Well, I don't know, or maybe that was the right move.
Yeah, it's interesting she didn't choose to take from UK. She could have had a free special relationship if she did, but then she wouldn't have the chance to threaten France.
Oh, we're just gonna go.
So yeah, this is definitely the right play by Jeremy here.
Yeah, just like get
Makes
that
sense here.
the problem out.
Well, yeah. I mean, now that Katsiaryna has access to France, you wanna get De Gaulle out as soon as possible.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Um,
And of course, we're just gonna spread. Um, Now, here's a question. EEU, a lot of high level players will always event that first just to see what happens. I personally, I know what's going to happen, so I usually will just play it and then, just, like, do you always event first in these cases?
Probably event first just out of habit. I don't think it makes a difference.
Yeah, I don't think it makes a difference either.
I mean, just out of habit, I probably would event it first, but I don't see how it can make any difference at all.
Yeah.
Because you're right, you know exactly where they're going to take from.
Yep. All right, so we're going to see a coup on Pakistan here, maybe? Or wait, what card did he reach for?
I don't know. I think it's probably going to have to be the coup on Pakistan. DEFCON's
Well,
4.
well, we're just going to go, yeah, do the Malaysia thing. You always kind of want to be there at DEFCON 4, right? You want to have one there?
Yeah, of course, he's got Vietnam and D-Stal in hand, so DECO's the only threat.
Yeah, that's true.
And the coup of Pakistan's not quite as good if you get lucky. He could have got realigned there, too, which would not have been good.
Mm. Well, he's got the...
Yeah.
Jeremy's got the war, but of course it's not... Well, once they have Afghanistan, it's not as exciting to run the war, but maybe he's just hoping that she fills India and he can like take a swing at that. I mean, I guess right now Pakistan's a 5, a 1 and 3, but you don't want to run the war at DEFCON. Oh, we're gonna do this.
Oh.
Well, I suppose if you're gonna hold D-stall, then, but I guess you could still AR-6 Vietnam, right? It's usually what I would do.
I think I would have used it for AR-6 because you're going to want to get your null up somehow, which means you're going to bring DEFCON down and
Right.
you're going to go into Thailand. So, yeah, I think I definitely would have planned to use the ops. I like the ops better than a space attempt.
Yeah.
But it's always nice to get a big lead in space.
Oh, you can't sniff at that, but we're running out of time to drop the DEFCON and get into Thailand. Like, she's 2 steps away. She's got to go to Laos and then Thailand. And, of course, if she goes to Laos, then he just automatically coups that.
Yeah.
Influence again. Okay. So just taking the Europe Dom and... Why the one in Malaysia?
Huh. Well, I'm not sure where else he's going to put it. I guess he could have gone Iraq.
Yeah. And now what? We're going to drop DEFCON. Okay. Somebody had to do it. So now Jeremy has to coup or he doesn't get any mill ops, right? Because if I were Katsiaryna and he doesn't coup, would you take like a special relationship shot at Panama or something? Or maybe Iraq again, or Iran again?
Ooh. Well, I'd probably just leave it high if I were Cat.
Oh, okay. Right. So this makes a lot of sense. Now we have to go into Thailand if we're Jeremy. We have to use
No, he's
IP
just gonna
word.
coup out.
Pardon?
Oh no, he can't go.
He
You're right.
can't. Yeah, I
He
know.
can't coup out. You're right.
So
Yeah,
dropping
yeah.
that made a lot of sense. Hmm.
Yeah, and then it's going to be DEFCON 4 at the beginning of the next turn.
Yep. So he's got to take Thailand. She's got the China card, and whatever other
And
force.
she's going to coup Thailand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's coup Thailand, and he doesn't have a place to coup after.
Oh, and he. Oh wait, that was the special.
Oh, he did the event. Well,
Oh, he did the event.
you know that makes sense. And I guess he has the coup if
Right.
Cat
But-
goes into Thailand.
Right. That's a good point. I didn't think about that. Yeah. So he didn't have to take Thailand. Now she is Asia Dom. So maybe would you? Let's see. Oh, defectors is unseen. So you can't headline Asia Dom here. You can't headline Asia.
You don't want to. Well, you don't want to headline Europe because you're going to dump it with 5-year plan.
Right.
So probably Nazis would be the headline here.
Yeah, I think so. Unless you felt very bold and wanted to headline Asia, you wouldn't headline Comic Con and or nuclear test ban. So yeah, seems like Nazis is the headline, but she's obviously thinking about Asia because I think
I did not see what Jeremy headlined.
I didn't either.
I've looked at his hand before, and I thought it was full of red cards. I thought Purge was his only non-red card. So is he headlining a red card?
I think he's headlining Blockade. Yeah, he is. I think it was Blockade.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow, this is bold. We didn't. Am I wrong? Did we? We didn't see defectors in turn one, did we?
I don't remember defectors. Maybe we missed it because I certainly would not have risked Asia instead of just headlining the Nazis. He had another good headline instead. So.
Yeah. But hey, it paid off. You know, got the Dom. Don't have to fight anymore. Now we can coup Iran and oh, that's pretty sweet too.
Oh. Yeah, that's getting brutal.
Yeah. I know these games are we're doing a double header because these games are a little bit shorter. I wonder if this one's a steamroll. I was hoping for some sort of a dramatic DEFCON death or something. These players would never have a scoring card held or whatever. But we'll see. Middle East and Asia look pretty rough, and we get to ditch Europe. So I'm happy if I'm red right now. That's for sure.
Yeah. Red's got a very nice advantage.
Yeah. Yep, keep the Dom. Now, man, Jeremy has a really tough rest of his hand here. I mean, every single card hurts. AI War's not that bad.
Well, they're also all getting played. So Deco's going to space.
Yep.
Suez is going to be played. Which, you really don't want to play Suez, but it's coming.
Yeah, it's rough. I mean, okay, so what's the order if you're Jeremy? Maybe AI War to take Lebanon? Oh, wait, no. DEFCON is 3. Jeez. You gotta take a coup first. So maybe you take a swing at Iran here? Yeah, okay. This makes... Am I right? Yep.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, at least that's worth 2 VPs if nothing else.
Yep. Oh, and then she hits that. Oh, man. That's rough, yeah. Some of the games you just can't win. I mean, I'm not saying... maybe Jeremy wins this one, but that's tough. Okay. So we maintain Asia Dom and Middle East Dom and ditching Europe. Got to give containment on AR5, but that's not that bad. Hopefully Jeremy can see that, can sense that, and knows that he'll be able to space Nasser. But...
No, he's got a space decal.
Oh, you're right.
He's not holding.
You're right. He's got a space decal. Jeez.
No.
Yep. And there it goes. And he misses.
That's a shame because that's his second space attempt, and Katsiaryna was a little bit slow on getting the Nazis off.
Yep.
That always feels unjust to me. But that is Twilight Struggle for you.
Yeah. It's a game of injustices.
Yes, it's a cruel game.
Uh-huh. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
I always like to say the TS gods are cruel and capricious.
Uh-huh. Oh, now you get lucky, Jeremy. But also, this hurts because he knows, she's got 5-year with Europe.
He should know what's going to happen to Europe now, unfortunately. Yeah.
His only money... It's washed down the drain. All right. This is AR5. You've got... I mean, Suez seems like the natural play here. Because you can... Yeah. Oh, we're going to go Nasser for... Well... Yeah, because I guess... make the sacrifice knowing that you're not going to score Europe, right? Maybe you just you put 2 of the 4 that you got here into Libya. And then
you can always go 2 with Nasser on the next AR. I mean,
yeah, I guess that's true.
Even if you know Europe is going to get dumped, it may come back. So you still want to get that. You still want to have that domination turn 3.
Oh yeah, for
And what
sure.
else is he going to do? What else is he going to do? Libya's open, but he can get that with Nasser.
So maybe, and then, oh, okay, just restore them all. I was thinking maybe that last, one in France would go rather to Lebanon or something like this, but he's gonna get dominated in the Middle East anyway. Even, well, I mean, yeah,
Well, I think Nasser's just got to go to Libya.
yeah.
He's got to. He's just got to maintain presence in Libya and hope the luck turns around.
Yep, no other choice. And hope you get Europe redrawn turn 3. Hope your opponent doesn't get D-stall. All right. So here we go. 9 points up. You've got an Asia redraw and the Middle East. Asia's scoring for what, like 7 now? And Middle East is scoring for, I want to say 4-ish, right? Is it 4?
Yes, that's
So that's 11.
really.
I mean, that's it.
Yeah.
That's the whole game. If you can't.
Well, Katsiaryna she's got Purge, and she's going to UN Japan, which is wonderful for her.
Yep, spacing
and
duck.
We were wrong, obviously, about defectors too, because defectors must have come out turn 1, and we just weren't paying attention.
Okay, yeah, good point. That's what happens when you're having a nice chat.
So Asia makes more sense. Last turn. Yeah.
But
yeah, she can't risk losing any of her scoring for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so we see the Purge and Olympic Games. The ploy of a desperate player. At least he got those 2 points. Okay, so it's not game over unless if he events Korean War and she wins it, then it's game over. Well, oh, we're gonna do a big coup here. What, on Panama? Okay, I love this.
No, go. I would go Libya. Why not go big?
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, I guess that's the longer play. But you're right. It is. I guess if you went Libya and it worked, then it's over.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe Panama was better even. Because I'm not sure she has a path to 20 here. So if she doesn't, probably Panama's the better play.
Right, and without drawing D-stall, then it's much harder. But here's 14, and then again, Middle East will get her to 18.
Well, she could always get Iraq and Israel maybe too. Just play China right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
Jeremy's a little bummed, and I would be too.
Yeah, maybe it's China right now, 1 Egypt, 3 Israel. How many would that get you to?
I think that's the game, right? That's
4, 5, 6?
Yeah, I think that's 6,
right?
Yeah, it's true.
And Jeremy doesn't have a way to get Mill off also. I mean, she doesn't even need to do that.
Doesn't even need it. Oh, you're right. He doesn't even have a Mill off. Right. Yeah, you're right. It's over. Yeah. I mean, it's going to end at the end of this. I think that's why this was the short one. We'll see. I would love for Jeremy to make it all the way into turn 4, but I don't see how he comes back from this. I don't know.
So on third thought,
yeah,
I think Libya was the actual better two.
Why is that?
It's not going to matter here.
Because
Katsiaryna is so close to 20, and
yeah.
If you consider the 2 VPs for Mill-Ops too, it's just another, a little easier to get there if you roll big in Libya.
Yeah. Okay. This is good.
And Jeremy could have put 3 and taken Egypt, and that would have kept the game alive. But that's very short term. He's already behind, so it kind of, I certainly don't blame him for not taking Egypt.
Yeah. Sometimes you just.
What did Katsiaryna do?
Oh, got a point. So that, at least that point there keeps him alive. If she scores Middle East now, it takes it to 19 at the end of the turn. But all she's got to do is, yeah. I mean, that's an easy move.
Yeah.
So now she scores 5 plus the 2 for Millops, and that'll be the game. But we shall see.
Well, she's got another one in Israel. She needs it.
Truth. Maybe she accidentally plays duck and cover and loses by DEFCON, you know? You never know.
That would be shocking.
That would be quite the shocker in an all-star game.
I've done that before.
Have you? Oh man.
I've lost in every conceivable way possible.
I've definitely played some stupid DEFCON
I
things.
think I've done it.
Yeah.
I've held scoring cards. I've accidentally. I played one time. I played duck and cover. It was a misclick. I thought I was clicking on another card and just wasn't paying enough attention.
Oh man.
Decided I'm going to coup with it.
Oh, that's rough.
I don't know if you noticed. Like, I like to always arrange my cards in hand. I don't understand why nobody else does that, but I always arrange my cards in order.
Oh, I don't think nobody else does that. I don't do that, but I've seen a lot of games where people do that. I think, but I just find that I end up changing my mind anyway. But you're right. Arranging them in order makes a lot of sense. That means you're thinking about the whole turn, not round by round or whatever.
Yeah, so I'll arrange them in order, but unfortunately, a lot of times Playdeck reshuffles them back to the original order of how they were dealt. Like if you click on, I forget exactly what does it, but sometimes if you start a play and then you change your mind, or there's a few different things that'll flick it back to the original order, and then the cards are not in.
Yeah. It's annoying. Playdeck's got some issues. All right, here we go. Jeremy just grasping at straws, seeing if he can get anything to happen. And here we go with the 18. Jeremy, how are you going to squeeze out? He's like, please, coup me. Coup Sarin States, please.
Yeah.
I will do anything. Likely. Yeah. All right. I think we kind of see how this one's going to end here. But either way, I mean, if he could make it through, then he's got a chance to bring it back. But the problem is he's not going to make it through.
Oh, you never know what's going to happen if you keep the game alive.
Right. And then she gets to double space, and then he has to either give Vietnam or Korean War. There's nowhere he can get Millops. So, good game. Jeremy, sadly, the representative of the Seattle Conference, our respective conference, does not win this game. And so, we start the series. Tenerife 1, Seattle 0. Good game. So, that was our first All-Star game of the whole series. We see Jeremy Anders was overwhelmingly crushed by Katsiaryna Makouskaya. So we have another game coming up here in about a minute. The next game is between executive producer Anton Scott and Seattle resident Tomas Tvaroh. I'm very excited to watch this game. I think it's going to be an exciting one. Michael, any final thoughts about the last game that we just saw?
No, it's just unfortunate for Jeremy that he had Europe domination, didn't get any VPs for that. He spaced twice before Katsiaryna hit it with the Nazis, and he missed both those space rolls. Just unfortunate, but that does happen if you play Twilight Struggle.
Yes, it does. That was a 23-minute game. That's your classic steamroll, and that's just the way that it goes. But we're still happy to cover those kinds of games here on Action Round Zero, also known as Twilight Struggle's biggest stage. And here we go. Let's launch ourselves into the next game. This one is, again, Anton Scott, Sweden's own, versus Gart, also known as Tomas Tvaroh, 1922 on Playdeck. That's a big score. I think 1760 is about as high as I've ever been. Currently a 1720. 19 is pretty high. What are you, Michael? You're in the high 18s, early 19s probably?
Currently?
Yeah.
Currently I'm like in the I think I'm just shy of 1900.
Yep, cool. Must be nice.
Which is down, unfortunately.
Is it down?
down.
Well, sorry. I mean, my heart goes out to you, but
yeah, it used to be over 2,000, but that was before everybody started watching videos and started playing a lot better.
Yep. Well done.
It's not that I've gotten worse. The competition has just gotten better.
Yeah, no, I know. I know. I used to think I was great, and now I know that I'm just okay. Okay, so here, we're watching from, it looks like Anton's side, right? Yeah, we're watching from Anton's side. He's got a Middle East scoring headline. Fantastic start, but what do we think about the rest of his hand? Not that great. We got NTB.
What is that?
What?
7, 8, 9, 10, 14. So he's got a 14 op hand. He's got a low op hand.
Yep.
And
well,
doesn't really have any special events or anything like that to make it better.
He's very proud of the fact that he's 2-1 against against this guy.
I feel like Tomas is going to take him in this game. I have no clue what's going to happen, but I'm confident Tomas is my guy. He's going to do it.
Yeah.
Tomas and I have been playing for a long time. We go back to War Game Room days.
Oh yeah.
In fact, Jeremy used to play on War Game Room as well.
Oh, is that so? I never played on War Game Room
before Playdeck existed.
I used to play on Acts in the ladder. You know, I think you were on that for a while, or in Ron Jacobson's ladder. That was way back in the day.
No, I was never on that one.
Oh, really? Did you play in the... whatever. Anyway. I never played on War Game Room. Oh my gosh, a D-stall turn 1 headline. Wild.
Yeah, very interesting. I assume he's got defectors. I would not risk that if I didn't have defectors.
No, of course, yeah, 100%. But even then, it still seems risky because you want to put it in all these very coolable places, right? Or
yeah, but it may be your best headline. You never know what else you've got.
Yeah.
So it's pretty rare, but I certainly would consider it if you had defectors in hand.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, this is good. He's going to be able to get out of Mideast. Just put one in Lebanon, and he's going to save himself 4 VPs right there.
Yep. So, okay, you go 1 Lebanon, 1 Thailand, probably?
Certainly 1 France, 1 Thailand, 1, I don't know. I mean, it depends on what you've got in hand. Do you have duck in hand? What's your plan?
Well, you wouldn't go like Chile, like the traditional use of D-stall?
Maybe the 4th is Chile, maybe the 4th is Venezuela. Maybe it's South Africa. Maybe it's India.
Yeah, I like. Yeah, India's interesting.
Do you want to give Anton a coup target, or do you want to not give him a good coup target? If you don't want to give him a good coup target, it's France, Chile, India, South Africa.
France, Chile, India, South Africa. But you don't. I mean, I would probably go. Wait, you neglected to mention Lebanon in that.
Oh, you're right. We better go 1 Lebanon.
Gotta go 1 Lebanon. I would prefer to go 1 Thailand and then do a big card to spread into Laos, Cambodia, and beef up Thailand. AR1. I don't know. It just seems so important to get over there. Unless he doesn't have decon in hand. Because Anton's got that.
I'm thinking you go maybe 1 France, 1 Thailand, and then you coup. And then Anton has the choice of either protecting France or coupping Thailand, and you get the other.
Actually, yeah, no, of course, this is why you're the 2000 guy, and I'm
the X2000, unfortunately.
I know.
I would love to be able to get back there. I think that's almost unattainable these days.
And just since this start is taking a bit of time, I'm just confirming we're playing... Oh. Never mind. I thought he was talking to us. The way some players do. So we're going to see the ops come out of East Europe, right? That's the only place you can take them out of.
Yeah, you take it from Finland, Austria, East Germany, Poland.
I remember...
or you could take it from... you could take it from Syria also. You could take it from Syria and put it into Lebanon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good point. So, okay, what did we see? We see Thailand. Oh, he's going to go my way. Yep. Oh, Malaysia. Interesting. Because Laos is so coolable. Interesting. So now...
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Well,
if you're not
it's
taking it, he's still
okay. We're gonna
and he's just
realign.
gonna realign.
Okay, I
He
kind of
doesn't
like
want to.
that a little bit. Okay, I like this, Anton. Well done, sir. I didn't even. I was thinking, is he gonna coup Thailand or protect France? But he didn't do either. Well, he protected France by being.
If I tell you the problem here, I mean, we may not have it in this game, but Tomas takes his time all the way down to 0, so he should not be chatting right now.
Oh, is that how
He needs to
he's
watch his
always
timer.
he's always down to 0?
Yes, I swear he's always going all the way down to 0. He needs to be careful.
Oh, I've
He's
never
got a
played the
bad
guy.
habit of. I've played Tomas a lot of times. He's got a bad habit of letting his clock run down to 0 or close to it, so that he's under a lot of time pressure on the final few turns.
Oh, look at that. And then we can see the poke. Turn 2 or AR2. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that does anything. He just kills the friends.
Yeah.
I don't see what that gets him.
It makes you spend all of your ops instead of cooing Thailand, but
No, but he wants to. You're not doing anything that he doesn't want to do anyway.
right.
He wants to take France.
Yep.
You're not making him spend his ops inefficiently. You're making him do what he wants to do anyway. So yeah, I don't see the point of that.
That's a good point. But the rest of his hand is garbage. He's got 1 3-op, 1 card that he has to hold. No, he has to space decall, hold blockade. Oh, we're gonna space U.S. Japan. Early space.
Very quick space. That is like the Chinese Revolution of people going to space quick. that was not the old style.
No, I know.
Day.
I used to play the game like according to TwilightStrategy.com. Like that was how I played it until I joined ITSL. I started watching these videos. Okay. Oh, and this is your. I remember on our last.
I like that.
Oh.
I didn't like that. That's why I didn't like that. But he's going to get back in there. He'll get it at least.
Yeah, I mean he's got the China card, so you can always do that.
But I still didn't. I wasn't crazy about that.
Yeah, the 1-op.
Come on, Tomas, you got him.
Pardon?
I'm saying Tomas is going to take it.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for my boy.
Yeah, well, I'm rooting for I'm rooting for both of them. Anton because he's the man and runs ARZ so professionally, and Tomas because he lives in Seattle, Washington, which is where I live. Yeah, there it is. You got to take what, Laos here? Yeah, no other
It's not going to
choice.
stop domination.
It doesn't even stop domination, but
Yeah, but he doesn't have the ops to do anything else, does he?
There's nothing else you can do. And then you have to give Nasser and what, coup it, I suppose? Would you coup Nasser or put the 1-op somewhere else?
I'm not sure what you've got to do with the 1-op. I guess you could start to spread to India. Go to Pakistan.
Right.
I don't know. We'll see if Tomas does the coup here or not.
Oh, so he's doing the
Yeah, he
coup.
wants to drop it.
Oh
And
my
that's
god. And he rolls a 6. That's rough. That's rough. Now he's got to give Nasser? Oh, I'm so sorry, bro.
He's not doing either.
Nope, he is not. That's just the roughest. At least Middle East already happened, you know, at the ideal time. That, my friends,
Yep.
sound of beer opening. We have Asia and Europe, where we're dominated and dominating respectively. Oh, what do you headline here? Can you risk Europe? Let's see here. I don't think you can't risk Europe. You've got De Gaulle, but we haven't seen Sotgov or Suez, I don't think, right?
I think that's right.
That's not okay.
I'm afraid it has to almost be duck, but if you do duck, you're not going to have the opportunity to flip Thailand. Right now, he's going to flip Thailand on the AR1 if Tomas coups.
Right. Yeah, or you could. I
But
mean, you could do
still,
Olympics. Olympics is probably 2 VPs, and then you got your. Oh, gonna risk it. Well,
that is risky.
it is risky, but it was a risk. Well, when you're this far behind early, it's probably a good move to risk, I guess. But it was quite risky. So now that we're under the purge, we can't get rid of blockade. We have to hold that. There's really, and you can't flip Thailand either, per your idea.
I wonder if Purge was Tomas's hold card. Did he have a hold card? He had 2 hold cards.
Yeah, because he played China. Yeah.
He played China.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's why he didn't bother overprotecting Thailand, because he knew he was going to headline Purge.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what good players do. They hold Purge. And then he rolled a 6 on Panama with a 2-op card. I mean, that's not fair. Come on.
Well, he knocked him out of Iran with the 2-op too.
Yep.
Some good dice for Tomas.
Yep. Those dice, man. So what do you do here? Even with China, when you're under purge, what can you do? Can you block Dom at all? I don't think you can. I feel like I would.
There's no way you're going to be able to stop domination
in this situation.
Right? 1, 2, 3. No.
No, I don't see. I mean, I don't see how. He
doesn't even have the ops.
You got to dump Asia now before he fills other countries. Before he takes Korea and Pakistan, maybe, and.
Yeah, it's just going to get worse. I can't remember his decall out. I mean, if you thought decall was possibly in Tomas's hand, maybe you start the crawl
Mike,
in Africa.
You don't remember if decall's out? What was the turn 1 headline again? Oh wait, no, that was D-stall. Sorry. He spaced decall. No, but no, Anton spaced decall last turn. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm not paying attention.
Well, I feel pretty proud of myself that I remember that. All right. So he played duck and cover, and he put 1 in Burma, and he put 1 somewhere else. Didn't catch it.
I don't see where he put the other one.
Was it? It must have been an Asian. Was it Philippines, maybe? Just to fill the country. I think it was the Philippines.
Oh, yes. Yes, it was Philippines. Okay.
So, yeah, and that blocked Dom temporarily.
Has to get the domination here. He needs to. He's got to play to take the domination here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So now, if you take India, we definitely haven't seen IP war. So if you take India, that sucks. 7 VPs. He
would have saved the VP if he just dumped it last turn.
Yep.
He was never going to stop that domination. I mean, maybe against a player who's like a 1300, you could get away with something like that, but not against Tomas.
Yeah, Tomas. Pretty good. Again, lives in Washington State. Can't join Team Washington, apparently. Yes,
he's the...
Well, he led our team to the...
number 1...
Pardon? Oh, yeah, he's the number 1 ITSR right now? Yeah.
He's had the number 1 for quite a while, yes.
Yeah, he's quite good.
I think Justin may have just pulled in front of him recently.
They're trading it off right now. Yeah, like before I joined Team Washington, he was the captain like several years ago and led us, I should say, to our first win. And then I became the captain 2 years ago and led us to an 0-4 season, and then had a very lucky and good season this last year. I
can't remember who y'all played in the final.
Yeah, it was a really good it was a really good 5-game series. It's this giant state.
Maybe we shouldn't talk about that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Point.
For listeners who don't know, Michael and I were in the finals against each other in the U.S. Cup him representing Texas, his state of residence, and me representing Washington, and it went our way. But that was actually karma because his team spaced war games against us in our group play game, which was commented upon greatly.
You would take any time with a little fun.
Yeah, no, believe me, I had a great time. Those were my favorite games all last year. We're playing those.
Those were fun games.
We
played a 5-game series too. It was
we
supposed
did.
to be a best of 1, and we made it a best of 5, which was
it was a lot.
Down to the 5th game.
It's sadly, I think, has made James Yu quit the team because he was just like, this is too much. But I don't know. I think he'll be around a little bit, but not as much as he was last year. He's a good player.
I think he's only like one game every 2 or 3 weeks, so it wasn't that. It wasn't that much. I know.
All right, so we see Tomas just do a normal spread. Oh, yeah, and I forgot we're under purge here. So just one op into France. That's pretty cool. And we can just keep filling things, or not we, I guess Tomas. Okay, you have to play De Gaulle. Oh, you're going to play it in the space, okay. You have to play Korean War. Probably going to give him 2 more VPs the way that luck is going. At least that's the way I would feel if I were in his. Okay.
There's Defector. He's been holding that since turn 1.
Yeah, I think you're right. So he held Defectors and Purge. You're probably right. Those were his 2 holds.
Could have been Purge. You never know. Maybe he just drew it.
But he played China in turn 1. That does seem like a high-level play.
Well, when he played China, too, he could have put an extra 1 into Thailand, and he went to, I think, Indonesia, or maybe he didn't use them all into Thailand to overprotect it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you were wrong. Anton won the war.
Well, thank goodness. You know, I guess it's not that... It's been a tough 2 turns for Anton, but, you know. So we see...
This is a nice hand.
This is a nice hand. Here. Yeah, and Tomas has Marshall, SOCGovs, Cambridge, Vietnam, and IP War. Yeah, this is a great hand. Headlines... I don't know. It's either Japan or EEU. EEU's kind of a nice headline. You have to react to that, right? With Germany, Poland.
I don't know. I think you still coup.
No, I'm saying if you had... Oh, you think you still take the coup?
Yeah, it's only costing you 2 VPs because you're already dominated. You've got Turkey, so you'll have presence.
Oh, presence. I see. You're right.
So it only costs you 2 VPs if Anton had Europe.
If Anton had Europe, of course, yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather risk losing 2 VPs than give up the coup.
Oh, and then there's that. I mean, that's a good point. I guess my eye wasn't really drawn to Turkey. I was just looking at the other 3.
I don't know where Tomas is going to coup, though. Where does Anton have influence?
South Africa? South Africa, I guess, yeah. Or Saudi Arabia, but yeah. South Africa is a better target.
Definitely South Africa better. Yeah. If he's got a 4-up, now's the time to just blast it into South Africa. Take your chances.
Yeah, agreed. Well, he has a 4-up. It's called Marshall Plan. And then he might have other 4-ups with different names. I hate to
play Marshall when you're just now playing Socialist and Anton needs to spend off to fill it back up.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's the only 4-up we know he has. But you're right. Like, he's not going to play that on AR1.
Maybe he drew you in.
It's going to be AI War. But we were right, and he rolls a 6. He says, so sorry about this. I enjoy...
Don't be sorry, Thomas. Don't be sorry.
A challenge. Yeah. Yeah. Play only. Yeah, that is a challenge. He's right. I'm glad I'm not playing that guy. Um, would you? Is there any world in which you would be like, all right, let's start fighting for domination or control of Europe? I have Warsaw in hand, but no, I guess that doesn't make any sense. Um,
No, not right now.
yeah, not right now.
I mean, you certainly want to keep it alive if you have the possibility, but
Uh huh.
uh, yeah, you're probably going to event Warsaw. I mean, he's only down 2 VPs. Things can change.
Yeah.
This is way too early to feel like this is like a lost game at
Oh,
all.
yeah, I
You know,
100% agree with that. Yeah. Um,
yeah, you don't want to be desperate. You want to keep playing, making good plays, making smart plays, and just hoping things turn around for you. It's once you start making these really desperate plays, then you really dig your hole deeper.
why are we doing Greece? Like, what do you think Anton's thinking there? I guess I do we see Tomas going to Greece for some reason? Like, why the two in Greece?
Well, I guess he's anticipating Tomas playing Marshall for him.
Oh,
But if Tomas had Europe, now would be the time to dump it. I guess can't dump it because it still would be a domination. So he's thinking if Tomas fills up East Germany and Poland, he's got time to at least take West Germany.
yeah. Well, I guess Greece. So Greece gets him the Dom. Okay, so it means that he can't just dump it for a -2. Okay. Okay.
Well,
Cool.
he could have just taken.
Good move,
He could
Anton.
have just taken West Germany and still got the Dom. Now, no, it would have been West Germany, UK, and he would have got the Dom. But I guess he's thinking I'm going to be playing Warsaw. Tomas is probably going to be playing Marshall, so I don't want him grabbing all the two stabs. I'm still not sure that that's the right play. Here comes UN Marshall.
Oh,
Yeah, I would have gone
UN.
UN Marshall for South Africa. But yeah, if you roll a 6, it works out even better.
Yep, that's true. I mean, at this point, yeah, you got to play this. Yep. That's good, Anton. It feels very weird to be criticizing a game of Anton Scott because he's going to watch and listen to all of this. Love you, guy. You're playing great. If I were you, I would already have lost.
Yeah, Anton does yeoman work behind the scenes for ARZ. He's the guy who puts in the time and effort. So he deserves the appreciation for anybody who enjoys watching ARZ.
If you watch the ARZ games, you should send Anton Scott some money. I don't have his Venmo, but yeah, this guy puts in the work.
He does.
Oh, and then he gets an 8 point. Oh, that hurts. In turn 3, a redraw. That's rough.
Yeah, but he was going to get that sooner or later.
I guess, but if it had held off till turn 6 or 7, then maybe you could have fought back. Like he's got China card in hand. He could, I don't know.
Yeah, you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. At least he's finally gets to get rid of this card.
Yeah, and you're gonna ignore that. You're not gonna coup it. I don't think you're gonna give him 2 more mill-ups.
No. He can have Nigeria. You're doing fine.
South Africa.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you can have Nigeria, then I will coup it. AR1 of next turn. Like, or
right.
Maybe. You never know, but like you're doing fine. So you have like lots of DOMs, a lot of red bars out there. You ever notice how Anton's mouse moves around a bunch?
Yeah, I have noticed that.
Yeah.
I have noticed that. He's got the itchy finger.
Yeah. Just letting out that anxiety.
Interesting.
But you don't want to take India? Well, I get this, yeah. It's already happened.
Interesting. Tomas went 3 to Argentina. What was the point of that? I mean, I guess he's trying to protect against the VOA, but he's not going to have the time to fill up Argentina and Chile both. I don't know. We'll see what his last card is, but
yeah. Yeah, it does seem like 3 in Chile makes more sense. Okay.
Yeah, because Argentina's just vulnerable to brush war now. I mean, yeah, you're protecting against VOA, but you're making brush war even better and more dangerous. More likely because you
Yep.
can control killing.
Okay, Europe is very nice.
Yeah,
Very nice.
grain in Europe.
And we've
You
got
may be getting that death you've been wanting.
grain sales is fantastic. We can take a swing on Africa probably.
Well, that's definitely the headline.
Definitely, right?
Oh, but
no hesitation.
But Anton has CAA, so Tomas is not going to get that gun tier.
In this game, yeah.
In this turn.
Oh, certainly not in this turn. I just mean, I don't know. Yeah. No, I see what you mean. But it's still nice to take the, take that, yeah, take the coup. Woo! Oh, what do you do here?
Big draw.
Oh. That's rough.
I guess it depends on what you've got in hand, depending on if you have a scoring, but probably Panama if you don't have any scoring.
So would you just give away those 3 in Saudi Arabia and access via Jordan? Did you go presenceless in the Middle East, or would you give it back? Oh, he's gonna do it. Okay.
I think I would use the 4 ops and take a shot.
Yep.
I mean, it depends on what cards he has. Oh, we're looking at Anton's head. What am I saying?
Yeah, we know what cards he has. I mean,
you went for Argentina. I think I would have tried Panama because if you get 0 or 1, you're better off.
Right. Yeah, I hear that. I guess just trying to push back really hard against, of course, but when you see Junta as the opposite, so if you get 0 or 1, then they can just go right back into Junta, or into Panama with Junta and then coup Guatemala.
Yeah, but then they're not going to Brazil, Venezuela.
Yeah. Well, do you dump Europe here? Just get your 5 while you're still alive? No.
No, you got to fight for. I think this is the right play here.
Yeah.
You're going to play Cultural Revolution, so.
Yep.
You're going to get Europe later in the turn. I don't think.
100%.
I mean, I guess Tomas could have brush war and could hit Italy, but that's pretty unlikely.
No.
You got to take that chance.
You're right, because
seize the opportunity while it's still here.
Because Middle East is the only card that could have won in the game, and he would have played it if he had it. So, is he gonna do the break? Oh no, he doesn't. Oh my God, just a fully free.
Oh, well, that's so nice. He gets Omid off with nothing. No event.
Yeah. Oh, it's so harsh when you have just no presence in the Middle East.
Oh, what are you doing that for?
I guess to fight back a little bit.
I mean,
but what would you have done?
Yeah, but I think you got to coup Peru.
Coup Peru. Okay.
I mean, he's just gonna play 2. You just spent 3 to make him play 2.
Mm-hmm.
You're just postponing it.
Yeah. So if the coup on Peru fails, like, I guess now you're just like gonna. But you can't just keep doing this. All right. So then we coup Peru. I feel like I'm writing a song. Oh, just a 1-op poke in Peru.
Are you just going to do that the whole turn?
Well, you can't. You have Europe scoring. You have...
No, exactly. You can't.
You have Che.
I mean, he's just hoping that Tomas has a lot of responsibilities.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have the option of playing Che now. I mean, you could have given up Che and let him do in the Heron State. That wouldn't be that terrible. Not great, though. You probably want to... I don't know if you want to space it. Ooh, Tomas.
Oh, there he goes. Now he's at 15.
But he wanted those VPs. He wanted that space VPs. Tomas has become a spacer. He was not like that before. He has changed his playing style. He's somebody who has changed his playing style.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might as well event that before you score Europe. Just make him spend some ops there, if nothing else.
Mm-hmm. And if he doesn't, you get an extra VP. Yeah, I like it.
But he just needs two. He needs a 2-op card now, or 3.
Uh-oh. Yeah, take your 5. Get it back down to 10. Oh, Willie takes it to 11.
This is
Interesting.
the point where even like playing U2 starts to become painful.
Yep. Do you... Let's see here. Space Che, yeah, I like that. Okay.
Yeah, I think you got to. Now you just got to hope you win the realigns.
Oh man, these relines are going to be painful. Watch it. Oh, we're doing a NORAD coup.
Interesting. Does he have Africa? He needed to do a coup to get his mill up at some point.
Yeah, maybe he's got
But
Quagmire and he's going to play AR7 or something.
oh, yes, certainly would be the thing you're thinking about if you're Anton.
Yeah. Give him another VP. That hurts. That was the end of the turn. Oh, that was AR7. Never mind. Oh my god, what an amazing hand! If only you were in a good position to really make hay with it. But you could, I mean, fucking VOA, ABM, Red Scare Pert. What an amazing hand. What do you do? What's VOA? Get him out of Northern South America?
Yeah, I think VOA makes sense.
Oh my gosh. Oh, what a hand.
It's nice because you've also pulled Puppet with it. So when you pull him out, then you're the one who's going in.
That's, I mean, yes, you're absolutely right. You have
Afterward.
Sadat to hopefully cure at least get you presence in Middle East. Hopefully, doing something there. You have ABM. You got to be missile. You can't think about missile envy here. You can give nuclear test ban if you have to. If you have to. But I think VOA is definitely the headline. Yes, Anton, do it. Yes, that's my guy. He's playing it. Oh. All right, Anton. Even though you don't live in Seattle, Washington, I'm pulling for you, bro.
Come on, Tomas, you can do it.
Oh well.
Tomas makes a good decision.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Venezuela and Brazil. And then he's gonna coup Nigeria probably.
What are you doing now? I guess you're cooing, and then you're hoping for good luck. I'm not sure where you're doing. I guess you coup Nigeria.
Yeah, coup Nigeria, and then take Zaire. And then you still have access You probably get him out of Nigeria unless you roll a 2 or a 1.
Yeah. So you're gonna want to take Zaire, and you're gonna want to move to Uruguay and maybe Colombia also.
Yeah. Okay, so
that way when Tomas plays puppets, you can at least get in there. But then you've got to survive the ABM coup. It's gonna be tough. Oh, he's gonna do the coup here.
Whoa, a Mexico coup. Okay, so that was an interesting move. Not what I expected.
Here he comes. That's why I did not like the coup there. I wanted the coup in Nigeria.
Anton, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you right now, bro. I love it. It feels. If I were in Anton's seat right now, I'd be feeling my juice. I'd be like, this is it. Now I'm finally getting my juice back, and I'm gonna win. I'm gonna come back. Yeah. The U.S. always comes back in the mid-war, But it's pretty tough, man. With Middle East the way that it is, like he keeps checking that. Ugh. Here we go. Middle East scoring. Do we see it? If we don't see it immediately, it's probably not there. Okay.
Well, he may want to take Venezuela first.
Yeah.
Even if he had it, he might be willing to risk that for another turn.
Yeah.
So where's he going?
Please do this.
Yeah,
yes.
he's got to take.
And then what about
Yeah, he's gonna
Israel?
do his
Or
presence.
no, I guess Israel's not safe yet. I get why you'd be concerned about the Middle East. Like you gotta protect that stuff. Two
Yeah, it
into
feels kind of wasteful though, spending two into Jordan. I guess that's where you got to go,
yeah, I
but
get that's you don't really. Oh, but you have
I hate
yeah.
putting
That's
Thomas into
actually
Jordan.
that's nice with Sadat in hand. Now you get Egypt. On your
Yeah,
next
so that
heir.
works great if Tomas does not have Mideast. If Tomas has Mideast, then that looks like a screw up.
Yeah.
So, do you want to take the chance? Do you want to risk it?
If you put it one in Jordan, then he just fills Iraq, and it's basically useless.
Yeah. I guess he didn't get Saudi. He can get something.
I feel like when you're this far behind, you got to do bigger things. I do like it. I like the break of Egypt.
It's interesting he's playing Purge. I guess he may be a little bit worried about Missile.
Yeah, I would be too.
Especially with Tomas knowing what cards he has.
Wait, how does Tomas know what cards
Because
he has?
normally you'd like to.
Oh, you're right. Because
He played
Lone Gunman, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, that's also a possibility.
It's a nice reline. I get it.
But I would not be as concerned about Africa if I was Anton, because the fact that Tomas chose to coup Mexico instead of hitting Nigeria suggests to me that he does not have Africa.
I agree, especially with because we know that he doesn't have Central America scoring, so it makes it even weirder.
Well, and Tomas saw that. Tomas saw that
Oh,
Anton had it, so I mean, it kind of explains why maybe he went, alliance. If he knew he was going to play it also, if you coup, then you're saving another VP. Unless you roll a one, of course.
Oh wait, he ended up playing Nuclear Test Ban and saying fuck it to the missile envy problem.
Yeah.
Oh, he actually. Never mind. He played the wrong card. We hear you, bro. Bro, you're in good company.
Well, if Tomas doesn't have it, then it's the better card. Then he can hold Purge for next turn.
Of course. But Tomas knows what cards he has, so
it could be a brilliant play.
If he does have it, then
could be a mistake. We'll see.
I mean, if Tomas had Missile Envy, we'd have seen it by now. There's no reason to not play it, right? And so he'd just play it, and then he'd either get ABM or Purge.
Yeah, I think he would play it.
Yeah, he's good.
He'd play if he had it.
Watch the dancing.
It was a brilliant play.
Watch the dancing mouse out there near Madagascar. Oh, now we're closer to. Now we're out in the middle of the ocean. Ooh.
Yeah, now we're in fire.
Okay.
That's nice. Well, he's going to have to respond. Now you play Purge. Maybe they covered everything.
Huh? Or.
Well, I learned he wants to hold it.
Yeah, I guess he wants to hold it.
Ooh.
Okay. I mean, you're basically saying I dare you to realign.
Well, you're also giving up all those VPs in Southeast Asia.
Yeah. What's your if you're Anton right now and you have ABM, you're gonna take a swing somewhere. Where are you gonna swing at? You gonna go Angola? You gonna go Venezuela? What are you thinking?
Well, as long as he still has 3 battlegrounds in Africa, I'm not going to Africa. And now maybe it's time to go Angola.
Yeah. So smartly he helped, exercised restraint with the whole ABM situation. That was good. We're gonna hold Purge through We're gonna event Sadat. We gotta play. You gotta dump Central next turn, right? Like there's no, or next AR. Oof, that's. You were right about that.
Yeah, that cost him 3 VPs.
Yeah, that was in this stage of the game. 3 VPs is like. It's like a lot of VPs.
Yeah, because Africa and the Mideast are still out there. And where is he going to get his VPs from?
Well,
ooh,
here we go.
Here
oh my god. And he's not going to get him from South America, not anymore. Oh, that's rough. Okay. AR7, are we going to do a Sadat, or are we going to break something somewhere? We're going to turn 6. Africa's unseen. Yeah. Yeah, you got to do Sadat here. Oh, God, and we're headline peaked. Oh. It's a tough one.
I don't think he has any chance at DEF CON until we get to the late war also.
Oh.
Because CIA is in the discard. What?
He's taking Africa Dom, I guess. But then you're leaving Middle East completely presenceless.
I mean, this is kind of the all or nothing strategy. You're feeling you're so far behind that you got to take chances. I'm not sure. So if you took Sadat, Mideast is only what, 3 VPs? You survived that.
Yeah. I guess you headline Sadat here.
Oh, he doesn't have headline P. Yeah. Tomas knows his headline. Turn 6, and we still have not seen South America, Africa, or Mideast.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Sadat actually evens up Mideast because Shuttle's in play.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So Tomas cannot headline Mideast now.
He can't headline it, but he can easily take domination back. I mean, it's like a 2-op play to take Dom. And without...
Yeah, he should be able to get Dom later.
Yeah. I do not remember. Did Anton play Cultural Revolution earlier? We've done 2 games. Oh, yeah, but the other game... Yeah, I think he did too, yeah. In the first game, they didn't even get to turn 4, so... yeah, I think Anton played that, so he can breathe pretty easy about the China card. He's got Usuri. Maybe he can make something happen with that.
Well, he's just got to survive right now. He's got to survive to the late war. If he can get to the late war, you never know what's going to happen because it becomes much more likely for someone to DEF CON. Which I actually think is like a great game design, the way they made it so that it's pretty difficult to lose to DEF CON in the mid-war. I mean, it certainly can happen. But there's more DEF CON cards that come into play in the late war.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You also get terrorism coming back. So it's just much more likely for someone to lose to DEF CON once the late war cards are shuffled into the deck.
Especially if that person is the USSR. There's like so many US DEF CON cards. Like you have the Aldrich.
Yes, but
the Aldrich
also makes it so much more dangerous for the USA.
With the lone gunman. Or if you've put Influence in Cuba with the Ortega thing and your space race. But there's like 5 DEF CON cards for the USSR.
Yeah.
Like I played a game once where I was destroying, and then I drew a late war turn that was like CIA 5-year plan, duck and cover, KAL, and tear down this wall, like all in one hand, and it was like, okay, I guess I just lost. Like, good game. It was rough.
Yeah, very very difficult. That's why you really want to try to finish the game whenever you can.
Yeah.
You know, if you got a chance to get to 20, you gotta seize it. Push for 20 in the first 7 turns.
Yeah. Or war games. You know, we could definitely see a war games end here in turn 8 if Gart gets it into his hand. I wonder where the name Gart... You know, Tomas, where does the name Gart come from?
do not know where
You
the
don't
name
know?
Guard comes from.
Okay.
I think he was using that back in Wargame Room.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I remember that correctly.
Cool.
There's a few Wargame Room veterans that are still around. Zima Whip. Jeremy Anders was playing Wargame Room back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
He and I both started playing Twilight Struggle like within the first week or so of each other. I used to play Jeremy all the time on Wargame Room because we were both beginners.
That's cool.
So that was always fun. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun.
And then of course Tastos and Janusz and Wojciech, and I'm sure there's more.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking of right now.
I'm sure there's more.
Back on Wargame Room.
Cool. Yeah, I only played the game like in person with my friend Gavin for like the first 3 years. Like we would just like make time for each other and like show up at each other's houses and play it. And then we played on Acts a bunch while we were both at work. And then Missile Envy. Okay, let's see here. I guess you give OPEC.
You can give OPEC.
OPEC is 3 VPs. You give him Salt. Oh, that's what he was checking for.
You have to. That's why he was looking at the discard file.
You got to give him Salt, I guess. Like,
what is in the discard file? I didn't see.
He did a quick scan. He's looking. I don't know exactly what he's looking for. He's looking at red cards,
I guess he's going to probably just pull ABM if he got it.
Yeah, ABM or Purge. Both are great cards to pull out,
ABM's better here with Africa still in play.
Yep.
You don't want to give him Saul, but I don't know. Give him Usuri. He's not good either. There's no good option here for Anton, unfortunately.
Maybe Usuri's better, because then it's just a 3-op card. Whereas Salt gives him ABM that he can then... Because he has, AR1. He has, like, the initial play, so he can do a coup, then do ABM for another coup. Like, I accidentally played...
Yeah, but you give him Usuri, which is one of your better cards, and then he coups in Africa, and then he follows up with another play immediately afterward. That's not good.
Okay.
I think he should have just held Purge. Should have played Sadat, and Purge should have been his headline here. But I don't know if it makes any difference.
Well, he meant to hold Purge, like he said in the...
Yeah, he's going to give him Usuri.
In the chat, yeah. I think that's better. I do, personally. Yeah, he'll watch it. Come on, he's gonna watch it. Because why wouldn't he watch Michael and I shoot the shit about this game?
Yeah, Tomas should be watching this.
All right, so...
Shout out to Tomas if you're here watching the game.
Yeah, Tomas, say hi. Would you take a... I mean, I'd do a coup on Zaire here, right? Like...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it depends on what cards he has in hand.
Always... That's the standard Michael Stryker thing. But, I mean...
does he have Mideast? Yeah. Yeah, if he's got Mideast, you can fill up Egypt and Iraq and score it.
Right. And then that's the end of the game?
Play Mideast. I think that's going to get him there, right?
Let's see here. Well, no, because Sadat, the Egypt, what you just said about Egypt...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that's 6 VPs. That's 6 VPs right there, right?
But you can't fill up Egypt because Sadat will clear it out again, right? After he fills it, then Sadat will...
Sadat's not going to clear it out because he's going to get to 20. He's going to play Usuri.
Right, well, and then Sadat goes off, and then he plays that...
Oh, yeah.
Which gets him to 20. All right. Okay. Well, that happened. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was a couple of, lopsided games towards the USSR, but well played by all players. And we're excited to be streaming these All-Star games for you all this week. Michael Stryker, an All-Star player, I should mention. It's so fun to talk to you about these games. I want you all to know that tomorrow, for day 2, if you tune in, we're going to have Harib Flores versus Matthew, casted by Alex Lim and Wayne Yee. And then all week, we're going to have, every day, there's going to be an ARZ game that drops of one of these, or sometimes 2 of these All-Star games. I hope you've enjoyed this cast. Michael, it's so fun to talk to you about these games. Any final thoughts about what we saw tonight?
Well, we're tied 1-1, so anything can happen, and we'll have to see who steps up in the next few days.
100%, and I have to tell you, it's not as if I'm biased, but I do, as a resident of the city of Seattle, Washington, and a member of the Seattle Conference, I kind of have one preferred winner, but we'll see what happens. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching this stream. I want to thank Michael Stryker for talking to me about this. I want to thank Anton Scott for doing all the hard work he does behind the scenes. And I want to thank all the players for submitting these videos to Action Round 0, Twilight Struggles, biggest stage. Good night, everybody.
I heard a young father, a very prominent young man in the entertainment world, addressing a tremendous gathering in California. It was during the time of the Cold War, and communism and our own way of life were very much in people's minds, and he was speaking to that subject. And suddenly, though, I heard him say, I love my little girls more than anything, and I said to myself, oh no, you can't, don't say that. But I had underestimated him. He went on, I would rather see my little girls die now